Hey everyone, I'm here with my beautiful wife Sara.
Hi.
And as many of you know, or you may not know, we have 8 kids.
True.
6 still in the house, but 2 are getting ready to leave. Man, that's crazy.
Down to half.
Yep, so we're about to be halfway there. And through all of this, through raising 8 kids, we've had to learn a lot, discover a lot about how do we stay organized, how do we help our kids learn responsibility. And so I wanted Sara to come on because she's an organizational genius and just share a little bit about some of the tips of what we've done. So let's talk about it. So Sara, people that are listening may just for their house or maybe for them want to get a little bit more organized. So what are some of the tips, some things that you've done that have been helpful to kind of make sure that things are organized in the house?
Well, I always tell everyone you need to know your organizational style. So, the example I always give is I tried to organize your office when we first got married, and it never worked because the way that you organize is very different from how I do it.
I'm kind of a stacker.
You're a stacker, and things have to be in sight. If they go out of sight, you've forgotten they exist. So no file drawers for you. So you have to kind of know yourself. Don't try to be a different organizational style just because it seems cool, because you won't continue to use it. So make sure that it's going to work for you and for everyone in the household. And that it's sustainable. So one of the examples is when we first started fostering, which meant we doubled because we had 4 bios and we said we'll take in 4. We knew we needed to figure out something about towels because right away we were running through towels and there was a constant argument over he took my towel and she has my towel. And so we did a color-coded towel system. We're like, everybody gets 2 towels. Pick a color at the store, those are your 2 towels, and we're still doing that now. So I think it's finding something that's a solution and something that you think, hey, everybody can do this. It's simple, it doesn't have to be complex, you don't have to overdo it because you want it to be able to last. And again, depending on how many people you have in your house, you got quite a few different organizational styles, so you need it to be able to be functional for everybody.
Yeah. And I think this has been so helpful for us with kids of even learning our kids' organizational style. So when they go to school and homework, where are they putting their homework? All of these things have been helpful to have those conversations and make sure they're successful. So people ask, well, how do we get everything done? And it's because our kids are amazing and they help us. So maybe take a moment just for those that are parents or maybe even grandparents and aunts and uncles. How do we kind of organize our chores and who does what around the house?
Yeah, I mean, we've always been firm believers that everyone in the family contributes. So it wasn't even about necessity necessarily. We always wanted our kids, even when they were little, to be able to contribute. If that was a little, 2-year-old Angela sweeping alongside of me, she wasn't getting much, but it was teaching her that we all contribute in a family. And so I think this is particularly difficult for some moms because we carry this burden that we think, oh, we have to do everything for our kids. No, you really don't. And you want to set them up for success so that one day, I make a mental list. What do I want my kids to know when they leave my house when they're 18? I want them to know how to do a load of laundry. I want them to know how to organize their room, how to sweep a floor properly, those kinds of things. So I think you start there. You start with the things you want to teach your kids, and the chores are just a way of them learning that lesson, of them acquiring those skills, the attention to detail. My kids are never going to sweep the floor the same way I do, and they're never going to see everything I do, but they're learning, they're getting better. And it also is a way for them to really just get some self-worth because they get to contribute and they think, oh my gosh, I did that. I'm getting better at that. I'm getting faster at loading the dishwasher or whatever. And so it's a way for them to learn their independence, discover how they can do different things. So I think again, it's age appropriate. You look, and honestly, again, our kids can do more than we give them credit for quite often. Our kids started doing laundry around 6, 7. I mean, I would help and put the soap in, but they learned how to do their own laundry. And they each have separate baskets. They all do their own laundry and have for a long time. So I think it's just knowing that and really throwing things at them and allowing them to step up to the challenge.
Yeah, that's really good. And we've seen that, you said age appropriate. It's kind of like they've gone through stages of the kind of chores that they do. But it has been neat to see them grow and then really preparing them for the workforce, you know, for getting out. And they have that leg up on maybe others that haven't really done a lot of work. You know, the parents kind of cushion them.
If McDonald's teaches my kids or Chipotle teaches my kids how to wash dishes, I've missed something somewhere. Like, I need to teach them how to do this stuff. They need to know how to go out into the world and be a productive member of a team, of a house, everything. So that's what we do. Yeah.
Any other, you know, kind of tips around organization or any other thoughts for people that may be helpful as they start to think about organizing in their house or in their life?
I mean, I think again, like anyone that knows us knows we're yin yang. Like we are polar opposites. Different. So he's fly by the seat of your pants, and I'm very, you know, I want things in a certain way. And so be flexible. Like you know, again, poor Josiah being one of the older ones, the oldest bio. I went through so many different ways of trying to organize him and his school stuff. But we found a way that worked, you know, and so that helped us with the other kiddos too, and it was totally different than I would have done it. So keep an open mind, be flexible, help people to discover organization is supposed to make our lives easier. Okay, if a system is more complicated and it feels like a burden, it's not working for you anymore. You need to abandon it and find a better way of doing something. So it should be simple solutions that help everybody and make your lives easier. So I think that's part of it, is really individualizing. So again, each of our kids deals with their room differently, you know, organizes their drawers differently. I don't control any of that. But what I do try to do is just help them to be able to be successful. And so if one of them can't find school shorts, then I'm going to help them to organize their drawers better or whatever. But and then also I think you know, every family, especially like in a season like this where there's a lot of moving pieces, everybody's trying to work from home. We were doing some homeschooling, everybody was thrown into that. You have a lot to keep track of. Every family needs some kind of command center. So like for us, we have a big chalkboard. That's kind of where we throw anything that everybody needs to know. So like, I don't like being asked what's for dinner 20 times a day. So it's on the board. But then like our calendar, we use an electronic tool for that. So we've adapted again and changed over the years, but we have these systems that help us all to stay on the same page. So we're not, if you find yourself repeating something over and over again, there's probably a tool that could help you with that. So you don't have to keep repeating. So just having some kind of central thing that keeps everybody on the same page, and everybody's responsible to contribute to that and check it out. And then, you know, again, that helps we talk about the difference between reality and expectations. It helps to bring those things a little closer when you have a tool that kind of keeps everything together.
That's really good. So hopefully that helped you just thinking a little bit more about organization, whether that's in your life or with your family or even at your workplace. So I want to challenge you maybe to take one of those tips and just find a way to apply it this week. So hope you guys have a great day.